Hi, and thank you for taking the time to watch this video. In this video, you will learn why we do 3S and hopefully gain a better understanding of how to do 3S more effectively. Let's start out by asking some of the most common questions that are asked regarding 3S. Question number 1. Can I just skip 3S today if my place already looks clean? The answer to this question would be no. It is still important to go over 3S every day, even if it appears that it is not needed. The reason for this is that even though an area may appear to be in perfect order, the fact is, there is always room for improvement. The false perception of perfection is one of the leading causes of stifled growth and continuous improvement. Oftentimes, we take a quick glance at something and it appears on the outside to be in good order, but we neglect to look close enough to see the reality of what is hiding under the surface. The fact is, nothing is perfect, and every area is likely hiding waste that if removed could save us time and money. Statistics show that 1 minute of planning equals 10 minutes of execution. This is a 1,000% return on invested energy. 3Sing before we start work is preparing the workplace so that you can reap the benefits of those improvements throughout the rest of the day. When we choose not to 3S, we choose not to dig deeper to seek out waste hiding under the surface, and every time we do this, we miss the opportunity to find ways for improvement. But continued 3S habits reveals hidden waste and gives us the opportunity to apply lean methods to remove them. These improvements will convert to increased throughput, and they will benefit you, those around you, the company, and our customers from that point on. So remember, even if it only takes a minute to ask the 3S questions in your mind and apply them to the area, and even if you can't find room for improvement, it's better to at least ask the questions than to lose the opportunity to make a difference. Okay, so now let's move on to question number 2. Is daily 3S the same as scheduled machine maintenance? The answer to this question can be both yes and no. If the task needs to be done on a daily basis, it is good to include it in the daily 3S routine. Daily 3Sing can assure scheduled machine maintenance is happening by reviewing maintenance schedules on a regular basis. But scheduled machine procedures will often take place during convenient times outside of the regular morning 3S schedule. 3S is not just about cleaning up clutter, throwing surface garbage away, and sweeping the area with a broom. It's more about engaging the mind into creatively thinking of ways to improve. It's jumping into the mindset and mission to find the hidden improvement that up to this time has been undiscovered and bringing it out into the light, so that we can all benefit from your discovery. First S stands for sort. Step 1 is to first sort the area by asking ourselves if there is anything here that does not need to be here. Is anything here getting in the way? Does it require us to move it out of the way during daily operations? Take a moment to look at everything and apply this question to each and everything. If you conclude that it does not need to be where it currently is, remove it and put it where it goes. Keep in mind that wherever you put it should be a useful location. For example, putting it under the table on the floor may not be an appropriate home, but putting it in a designated toolbox where other tools are found may be appropriate. Step 2 is to sweep the area. This does not mean to simply take a broom and dustpan to the area, but it means to clean and tidy up the entire area, which may include putting things where they go, cleaning the area, which may include wiping down, shining, emptying garbages, and sweeping. Sweeping the area may also include daily maintenance tasks such as oiling a tool or checking machine calibration, etc. Step 3 is to standardize the area. This includes making sure that everything in the area has a clearly labeled home. The home for each item needs to be so clear that anyone can clearly identify where everything goes. This is important because if something does not have a home, it becomes clutter when someone does not know where to put it. People end up moving it from one place to the next throughout the day, and when someone needs it, they often have to waste time looking for it. If something doesn't have a home, you need to create one. The goal is to standardize each process to such a degree that a new person could step into the process and by following the guidelines, do the job right every time. Standardization answers questions such as how is this job done? It should clarify stop and go signals as well as the order of operations found to be the most efficient. These can include all starting actions in the process. For example, after you have checked to make sure all the panels are here, now start sorting the rails. It should also include start actions to maintenance or stock levels. These are referred to as Kanban signals. Standards should be in place which tell workers when it's time to restock certain items. Notice how this principle is applied down to the smallest levels in this lean company. Standards are even set to tell a person when to refill the salt and pepper shakers.
Well, what are you improving?
I am improving the salt and pepper shaker. A very small thing, but this morning when I went to grab it, it pulled off and it was frustrating. I had to struggle. So I'm doing a very simple improvement this morning. But we don't care how simple it is here at Fast Tech. We just care that everything is improving, so there is zero struggle with anything we do. We don't struggle to do anything here.
Stop the struggle.
That is it, just like that. But I weakened it a little bit because I don't want it that strong. And then the magnet's inside of here. See how that works? Then we put the seasoning in, and then it'll always orientate correctly.
Magnets, traction, dots, fast caps.
Got it all. Look at that.
It's not wiggling. Doesn't slide.
It goes on that. That goes on there. We fill it up, and we are establishing Kanban levels.
Refill point.
Yeah, this is the refill point. This is signal because the goal here in lean is to remove all ambiguity. So one person might say, well, I'm going to refill it at this point. Another person says I'm going to refill it at another point. And we say, no, let's have a standard or standard work that everyone can work to so that it's always refilled at the proper time. So it's just called a Kanban. And everybody knows that. We have these signals everywhere in our company. And we have over 10,000 Kanbans here. And it makes everything run like clockwork. So this problem we are having with this, just so you know, is people were putting the salt and pepper shakers back and they were all over the counter, right? Because there wasn't an established place to put them. So Ed came over here and said, hey, I'll just put a little block, put the magnets, we made a few improvements, everything works great, and we're done. So that's where they go. They always go back there.